So this series will help you understand the landscape of Saudi Arabia in terms of e-commerce.
Hi guys, myself Gaurav Agarwal and I am founder of Imapro.in. It's a digital marketing agency and we specialize in e-commerce marketing and marketing for real estate and other industries. Myself, I have more than 16 years of experience in overall marketing and mostly specialize in e-com sector.
I'm starting a series called e-commerce in Saudi Arabia. So this series will help you understand the landscape of Saudi Arabia in terms of e-commerce. What are the best websites? How they are doing? Are they doing good, or they are just investing and it is the breeding stage right now? And other things are like you have to first understand the landscaping in terms of the websites which are getting the most traffic in Saudi Arabia, why they are getting it. Then you need to understand what are the top e-commerce websites and what is their revenue model. Then if you are keen to open your own e-com business, then how you should proceed. So there are a lot of things in a e-com business, and as the technology is rising and it's getting complex, customer is on the forefront. You have to take care of the cost. You have to identify the product and niche and to see whether the competitors are in that market or not. If you are an early entrant in that particular niche, how will you benefit out of that? How to set up CRM and logistics and a lot of things. So we will be covering this in the whole series, and I will be making videos one by one. So today in this video, we will be covering e-commerce statistics in Saudi Arabia. So video will be in 5 parts, and maybe it will extend. So I will keep on posting these videos on YouTube. So remember to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you keep on getting the notifications when I'm covering up the next research, because it's a long series and it will take up time in researching, and I will be giving you a lot of tools which will help you if you are going to open your own e-com store, or if you need some help in marketing and you are having budgets to extend it to cover the whole country, then we will help you in scaling up the whole operations. Okay, let's start. So e-com statistics in Saudi Arabia, some of the highlights are revenue in e-commerce market amounts to approximately $7.1 million in 2019. So this is the current statistics. Revenue is expected to show annual growth rate CAGR 2019 to 2023 of 9.5%. Now, what exactly is CAGR? You can search over the internet, but most important thing is to analyze to get the volume in terms of numbers. So resulting in the market volume of US dollars 10.2 million by 2023. So currently it's 7.1 million, and it will reach up to 10 point, say 2.6, so it's 10.3 approximately million in a span of 4 years. So that's a decent amount of money. So market largest segment is going to be of kids. Remember, toys, hobbies, and DIY. That doesn't mean that you have to plunge in that segment because it is showing by the statistics that this segment is going to be a hit. I mean, volume wise, it's going to be the hit. But if you are in a niche market, then stuck to it. Now, that particular market of toys, hobbies, and DIY is going to be approximately 2 million. I mean, is right now 2 million in 2019, and it will grow as per the same stats, which is 9.5%. So user penetration is right now 65.5% in 2019 and expected to hit 68.6% in 2023. Now, this statistics can change as technology is very fast paced, and you don't need to rely on the penetration figure itself, which is 65.5 to 68.6. You need to understand that the user is getting educated in terms of technology, so they are using more and more. So the point is, how many current users are turning into online buyers. That is the important metric, and that is not there. But you need to understand, as the technology is growing, that number is going to shoot up. So average revenue per user, which is ARPU, currently amounts to $319. Now I'll delve into to the statistics and I'll give you the details of each of them so that we can do some analysis. So here I am on the statistics window. Now it's showing me the statistics as per the major industry, and let's scroll from 2017 to 2023 to understand it better. So fashion in 2017 was the highest grossing, and more or less fashion and electronics, they are the two sections which are fashion is driven by females and electronics and media is driven by males. So they go 50-50. So if you are in these two sectors and if you have a very promising niche, then you can actually flourish. So this was like 1.5 million in 2017, and current is 1.9 million in 1.97 million in 2019. Electronics and media a little less, but nearly equal, 1.8 million in 2019. Now this particular section is ought to grow. This needs to understand, most of the money will flow towards fashion. Electronics will rise, but yeah, fashion is the clear winner. And toys, hobbies, and DIY, it is going to be one of the important sectors which is going to be winning. And other sectors are there. So you need to understand the landscaping of the country also. Right now, the Crown Prince is making a lot of changes, and the market is ought to open towards the ladies, towards women. And when this change happens, you will see a lot of demand generated on the fashion side. So the platforms which are selling fashion will definitely get a shoot. And if you are established right now in say next 2 years in that particular section, then you are ought to get some benefit in coming years. Now we'll come to the users. Users penetration rate. Like the way I said, right, in 2019, right now it's 65.5, and in coming so till 2023 it will be 68.6. You need to understand that the user is getting educated more and more towards technology. So converting them from a user to a buyer will happen very fast. So right now, major, like say if you have have a slab of age, if you'll see, then most active users are from 18 till 22, 23 years of age, who are not earning right now, and they are the most active users. So this kind of statistics give you the penetration rate, and when those users become the bread earners of the family and they start to earn, they become the buyers. So online buyer is going to increase a lot as compared to the penetration. Now this starts will reflect what I just said. 2019, the average revenue per user in e-commerce is $319. Okay, let's take it as a benchmark for now. And it is going to grow at least by 25%. So that is a huge number. So if it is going to grow by more than like 25%, it is like $412 in 2023. Now if you will compare these figures with other countries, it's a very bright figure. So the online buying which is going to happen in KSA, which will be much more in terms of quantity, and if you see average cart value or the product value is going to increase. So people, and that too by 25% nearly, that is a very important metric to keep in your mind, because the market overall is promising. Now, okay, this is something which is out of scope of this global comparison revenue. That is something which we will do later. This chart is an important chart in which you have to see users by age. I just mentioned that the maximum users who cover up the internet are from 18 to 24 and then 25 to 34. So maximum range is 18 to 34. Now 18 to 24 is the range which is nascent, which has entered, which is using, but they are not buying. They don't have the access to credit cards, and they don't have financial freedom. But 25 and 34 is the most active buyer, which actually drives the e-commerce in any country at any given time. So in coming 4 to 5 years, this user, which is in 18 to 24, it will convert to 25 to 34. So the user, this current user is anyways buying, they're not going to go away. And this section of the users, which is 18 to 24, this is going to increase. So that's how the economy works. That's how the digital will become a prime source of buying goods in coming future. Then you will go by users by gender. Okay, right now the dominating ecom, I won't say ecom, the dominating user is male. It is 53.8, and on the lesser count is female 46.2. But this is gonna change. This is gonna reflect some other numbers in coming years as the change in the political landscape is going to happen. Plus, women are e-com drivers. Don't ever forget that. So if fashion is gonna rise, that's all because of femme. And if femme is going to drive the e-com, then the whole industry will get optimum boost. So that is how. Now, users by income. Low income group is also gonna attract a lot of digital traction, and they are going to be e-com buyers with a low cart value, but they will be. Then medium income group is the one who does the maximum shopping with the low cart value, but they do it. High income users are a little difficult to target because they are when you get money you get finicky, so it goes side by side. So you need to build trust to get maximum money out of the pockets of people. So the point is like this gender this users by income, if you will see the split, it is nearly equal, 30%. So a little bit difference is there, but maximum user are on a high income. So with the economy having nearly 36% of high income users, it's definitely a win-win in a digital commerce market. Coming on to the payment types, now this is very interesting to see. Most of the economies, if you will consider UAE, then cash on delivery is the section which goes on a bigger spectrum. Like mostly people prefer cash on delivery, which is more than 60%, and the same goes for India, same goes for other non-developed nations. But in KSA, if you will see, the maximum buying is being done through cards, and which is very, very good, like in terms of metrics, in terms of tracking, and in terms of conversions. If the shipments are prepaid, then it's definitely a win-win for any e-commerce company or venture. So this is gonna increase. Now, as cards are being replaced by many kind of digital wallets, if banks are offering those kind of them, so a shift, you will see a digital shift over them. But ultimately, anyways, the important thing is that mostly transactions are made through digital system. So by 2023, bank transfers are 13%, cards are 33.7%, which is still the dominating thing. Cash on delivery goes on a lesser side, or it is reduced, which is very good, which is a premium thing to consider right now. And e-wallet is gaining a lot. So e-wallet and cards go hand in hand, because whenever you are using an e-wallet, you are filling that e-wallet with either credit card or bank account. You're linking it, and your hard money, is for an e-com venture. You are prepaid. Either it comes through a e-wallet, you just have to take care of the integrations, or like Sadata and all, or it comes through a credit card. So you are on the benefit side. So again, this secures the market, because cash on delivery has a lot of ridges and furrows. I could say a lot of problems, and if you are away from COD and you are getting prepaid shipments, then it's a benefit for you. So, anyways, these are the statistics which make the market of e-com very promising. So, this was the first part, which covers the e-commerce statistics in Saudi Arabia. I believe it has given you a broader macro level understanding of the market. And if you are willing to enter in some niche, you have to see the macro categories and then the micro categories. And then you have to understand the dynamics, how it will work in the market. So if you don't have the stats, you have to test the market first, and then you have to move with a bigger investment if you want to make. And how will you test the market? How will you see whether your product or your niche is in demand and you will be going to be successful? That has a strategy, that has a in a minimum investment you can do a test with a small website and all. And once your test shows good figures and a promising future, then you can move ahead. So for that, you can contact me anytime. So I'll be continuing with this series with the other topics, in which next section is of top 50 websites as per traffic in Saudi Arabia. You need to know this. If you are designing a digital strategy which is going to benefit you, media buying is must. And where is actually visitors aligned? Where are they going? You need to understand that to strategize your media buying, how you will create the landscape of your marketing, and get the maximum sales in a minimum cost. So subscribe to my channel. I'll be completing all the series. You will get the notification, and obviously you will get educated. Comments are very important. If you want to know anything extra, anything specific, okay, I want to know this about Saudi Arabian market, and I'm willing to create this venture. What exactly has to tune up? Please let me know. So that will help me to structure this series, and I will be doing it for sure. So again, keep watching, and thank you.